very good day to all of you. This is Anand Prasad, founder and managing director Manworld India, and I am here to give all the delegates of the United Nations Security Council a small brief in relation to participation in this specific committee. Now, all of you who are a part of the Security Council should realize that you'd probably get a lot more chances to speak up than delegates in some of the other committees, because the Security Council happens to be the smallest committee. In St. Paul's MUN, I believe that there are about 18 delegates who are part of the Security Council, while most of the other committees have a minimum of about 50 delegates or so. So you will get quite a few opportunities to speak up. Now, getting more opportunities to speak up is definitely a double-edged sword. You can either use these opportunities in a very judicious manner and also make sure that you make the best use of them, or more often times than not, most delegates end up wasting these opportunities and may put forward frivolous points. You have to understand that the United Nations Security Council, being the smallest committee, is also often considered the most powerful and specific committee of an MUN. All delegates need to contribute in a wholehearted manner towards building up the entire agenda, which should move progressively towards the draft resolution. Right? So that is one aspect that I wanted to tell all the delegates of the United Nations Security Council. Beyond this, I also wanted to tell you something specific to the agenda, that is the issue of Arunachal Pradesh. Now, this is an issue which most of us Indians would have probably heard of. The issue that most of us are more acquainted with is, of course, the issue of Kashmir, which is between India and Pakistan. China also has a small role to play in it. But a developing issue which is sure to become a much bigger issue in course of time is the issue of Arunachal Pradesh. In fact, in recent times, the number of border incursions that have taken place by China within the region of Arunachal Pradesh in northeast India have increased exponentially. And there have been a lot of meetings between India and China to sort out the border dispute. China, of course, refuses to acknowledge the right of India over this region, and India claims that it is its sovereign territory as was given to it by the British. Now, this issue goes right back into history and how the entire line was drawn, among various other things. All of this is well mentioned in the study guide, so I'm not going to be covering this. What I'm going to be talking about is what do some of the other nations do. Now, yes, India and China have the most important role to play. Pakistan, also being a regional player in the issue, and Pakistan and China being strong allies, also has a direct role to play. As far as the P5 are concerned, apart from China, the United States of America, the United Kingdom, France and the Russian Federation, your opinions on this matter are very important. By and large, geopolitics is playing a major role. Most of the Western powers are indirectly, in course of time, starting to support India. But beyond this, there are still about another 10 or so delegations in committee. All of you need to understand that you have the most important role to play. These might have the most influential role, but you have the most important role to play, because most of the countries on the issue of Arunachal Pradesh tend to be neutral. So it is your support that these delegates are going to be looking for in order to take their particular interests forward. So please note that you research well. You can speak up as far as your country's foreign policy is concerned. You need to find out what your relations are with both India and China and speak accordingly. By and large, everybody is going to get a great chance to speak, so try and come up with substantive points, as many as possible. Break down the issue of Arunachal Pradesh, see all the different aspects that form a part of this issue. Of course, there's the border issue, but beyond that, there is the case of the people of Arunachal Pradesh as well, poverty, among various other factors. Alright, so please research well. You still have one day. This is like a last minute video for you guys. And please, of course, one last thing that's equally important is the formal documentation. You need to make sure that you make good working papers and progressively move towards a great draft resolution. Alright, I wish all the delegates of the United Nations Security Council the very best, and I look forward to seeing you at St. Paul's MUN 2015. Thank you.